Today we're going to be looking at distributive property. So yesterday we learned about combining like terms. So this just adds on to that. So the formal definition for the distributive property is for any number A, B, and C, we are going to take A and multiply it by the sum of B plus C. So here, what we're going to do is distribute it. So when we distribute, we multiply. So, what do you know about distribution? If you're thinking of a real life situation, a paperboy passes out paper to each neighbor. So if he's passing it out, he is distributing. So he's taking each paper to each neighbor. If we draw it out, it's going to each house. Paper. Okay, so let's look at some examples. Now, if we have a numerical example, so just numbers, PEMDAS tells us we can simplify the parentheses, but we're going to ignore PEMDAS right now, and we're just going to distribute. So we're going to take the 3 and multiply it to the 2. Then we're going to take the 3 and multiply it to the 5. So 3 times 2 is 6, and 3 times 5 is 15. So we're going to add 15 plus 6, and that gives us 21. Now I want you to try the next one. So we're going to take 4 times 9, which is 36. And we're going to take 4 times 7, which is 28. But we have that minus, so minus 28. So then we're going to do 36 minus 28, and that gives us 8. So now let's take it up a notch. Now we're going to have a variable. Do the same thing. 5 times g gives us 5g. And 5 times 9 gives us 45, but we need to bring down the subtraction. Here, do the same thing. 3 times 2x squared, so 3 times 2 is 6. Keep the variable the same. Then 3 times 4x, 12x, and 3 times -1 is -3. So we can use the box method to help us organize it. So we take the number that we're multiplying and put it on the outside, so 4. And then we take each part and put it above the box, so x and then plus 3. And now we'll multiply each thing that's connected to the box. 4 times x is 4x. 4 times 3 is 12. And then we just write it each box together. This is easier if you need that visual aspect. You can do it either way. Let's do this one. Put the 3 out on the side, and then each term on top of each box. So 3 times 2x squared is 6x squared. 3 times 4x, 12x. And 3 times -1 minus 3. Just put it all together. And there you go. Now let's look at an application problem. The Hernandez family owns 2 cars. In 2008, they drove the first car 18,000 miles and the second car 16,000 miles. If it costs 65 cents on average per mile to own and operate a vehicle, find the total cost of operating both cars. So we have 2 different mileages here. So we're going to add those, 18,000 and 16,000. And it costs 65 cents per mile. So 0.65, we're going to multiply it. So we're going to take 0.65 times $18,000. So multiply it. We get $11,700. And we're going to do the same thing and multiply 0.65 for 65 cents times $16,000. And we get $10,400. And now we're going to add those two together. And we get a total of $22,100. Now I want you to pause the video and do the next 4 problems. Come back and check your work once you're done. Okay, let's check our work now. Multiply to each thing in the parentheses. So 6 times 12 is 72. 6 times -2 is -12, so minus 12. 72 minus 12 gives us 60. Next problem, multiply the 2 to everything inside the parentheses. 2 times 4 is 8, plus 2 times t is 2t. We cannot combine those, so we just let it be. Now 4 times 3g is 12g. 4 times 2 is 8, so plus 8. Cannot combine them, they're not like terms, we let it be. Now the next, 4 times 5x squared, 15x squared. 3 times -4x is minus 12x. 3 times 1 is 3. So that is our lesson on the distributive property. Please reach out if you have any questions.